Hello everyone, Ken here, back with another video for you. First, I'd like to wish you a happy holiday season. I know I love coming home and having my parents ask me what I do for the 150th time and me having to explain data science to them. That's always a fun activity, and it hopefully helps me explain data science in these videos a little bit better. I'd also like to wish you a early Happy New Year's. Before New Year's comes, I wanted to reflect a little bit on some of the ways that I would like to improve my data science in 2020 going forward. So I'm going to talk about 5 resolutions that I have for 2020 regarding my work. I usually don't like to set resolutions in general. I think that if you're going to make a personal change, a life change, or a work change, you should just go ahead and do it. But I know that for a lot of people, it doesn't necessarily work that way. So this is my way of saying, hey, what would you like to do different in the next year? And I'm also using this to hold myself accountable for the year going forward. Before we continue, I'd love it if you'd leave in the comment section what your data science resolutions are for the upcoming year. It's a fun exercise that'll hopefully help you improve the quality of your work as well. As usual, if you enjoy this content, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos at the intersection of data science and sports analytics, please consider subscribing to my channel. My first resolution is to improve the readability and replicability of my code. I found that I was doing a lot of projects where I was the sole data scientist on it, and when I was doing that, a lot of my work got a little bit sloppy. For some of these projects, I had to pass the code base off to engineers to actually implement it, and I really had to go back and do a lot of rework when that was the case. So the first time through, when I'm writing my code, I would really like to make it, add more comments, make a lot of the actual algorithms into functions or objects, and to actually instill that as a habit whenever I'm doing a new project. The second resolution I have is to actually go to more data science focused events in my area. I live in Chicago, and Chicago has a lot of great events through either Chicago ML or some of these other self-organized groups where I can meet other data scientists, meet other people in the field and learn from them, but also learn about really cool topics that are on the cutting edge. They had a series on Kubernetes, they had a couple other series with some pretty neat technology that they were showcasing, and I'd love to get more involved in that. My third resolution is to more actively use GitHub, but also to really improve the READMEs of my GitHub. I know a lot of people actually go to my GitHub playing numbers, and I just kind of post the code there to supplement or to complement my videos. But the README section is very important. It lets people know how they should be using the code, some of the background on the project, and things like that. And it's important for me to develop that, especially for your guys' benefit. My fourth resolution is to participate more on Kaggle. I do a lot of my own projects where I collect my own data, but if I really want to practice what I preach, which is to always be doing projects, and Kaggle is a great platform, I should really be doing more of these and seeing if I can place. It is a lot of overhead. There's a lot of work associated with participating in a Kaggle competition, but I think that that's worthwhile, and it also can help give more people exposure to the videos and the other content that I produce. My last resolution is to actually productionize a lot more of the projects that I do. In the short term, in the past, I've done a lot of projects where I just focus on research and analysis and produce a cool insight. Going forward, I'd like to make a couple more things available via API or via a web app on my website, Playing Numbers, where people can go through and actually experiment and interact with the analysis or the algorithms that I'm running. So I'd really like to, again, get more comfortable using Flask and creating these production environments for my code. Part of this is getting a bit more familiar with AWS and some of the infrastructure there, or Microsoft Azure, etc. All right, so those are my 5 data science resolutions for 2020 and going forward. Again, in the comment section, I would love to hear what yours are. That's a great exercise to hold yourself accountable and to make sure that you actually go about doing these things. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck on your data science journey in 2020 and beyond.